Today we're going to show you how to repair the cables, the door lock cables in a Ford Econoline van. We're going to replace the ends on the cables because they have deteriorated and are no longer functional. These are the tools you're going to need to do this job. You'll need a standard screwdriver that I've wrapped duct tape around the shank of the screwdriver so that it won't scratch the paint when you use it. You'll need a small screwdriver. You'll need a Phillips screwdriver, and you'll need a Torx number 27 bit. The problem door on this van is the left cargo door. When you pull on the handle, it won't release the latches. If the door will not open from the outside, I tried this little trick and you might try it as well. Take a small screwdriver and find the end of the cable housing where it comes through the side of the door by the door handle, and push on the housing as you're pulling on the handle. That may release the door latch. If you're not successful doing that, then you'll probably have to remove the door panel with the door closed and locked, which is a little harder. And try this first, and hopefully this will get your door open, because it's much easier to work on to pull the door panels off when the door is open. The first step in removing this door panel here is to remove the frame around the window. Now there's 4 attaching points right here, 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 and about approximately right here. And what we've got is a screwdriver that I've pre-prepared. I wrapped duct tape around the shank of the screwdriver so we won't scratch the paint on the door frame. And we're going to insert the screwdriver between the window frame and the door. And pry out. It's not quite released yet. No, this is not working good. The next step would be to remove this door handle, and to do that we have to remove these little plugs that cover up the screw heads in the door handle. And underneath there you'll see a Phillips screw. Remove those Phillips screws, and that will release the door handle from the door frame, and also enables you to remove the door panel, because all you have to do now is just lift up on the door panel and you've taken it off. The next step would be to remove the door latch cable from the door handle. And you'll notice that there's a little plastic clip in there, and what you have to do is sort of squeeze the ends of that clip together and take a small screwdriver and pry that clip out. And that will release the cable from the door handle. Once you get the cable retaining clip removed from the inside, go to the outside underneath the door handle, and the cable end will be fastened in a little socket in the end of the handle. You'll have to remove that cable from that socket in the door handle. The next step will be to remove the screws that hold the latch to the door frame. And these screws, this is where you're going to use your Torx 27 bit. You're going to remove these screws that hold the door latch to the frame. There's 2 screws there. And once you get those screws removed, you merely pull up on the handle, and the cable and handle assembly will come out of the door. The procedure to remove the lower latch is basically the same as the upper. You've got 2 screws that hold the latch into the door frame, and you've got a clip that holds the cable into the door handle. So once you remove the screws and unhook the cable from the door handle, you just remove the latch and cable assembly from the door. Here we have the upper door latch from the left side cargo door, and you can see where the cable has deteriorated away. The little end of it is deteriorated and it's broken. So what we need to do is remove this portion of the cable that's left onto the tip that's left onto the cable, and also remove what's remaining of the piece that's inside the door latch, which can be a little tedious because it doesn't just fall out of there. You may have to work at it a little bit with I use a little a pick tool, and just get it out of there whichever way you can, and then we'll proceed. Alright, what we're going to do now is carefully remove what's remaining of the tip on the cable that's dull deteriorated. So we just have to take a razor knife and cut it off of there, and then you can actually take your fingers and peel off the remaining portion. And there we go. Now what I've designed is a specially designed tip to go on there that will slide over the cable, insert into the lock or the latch, and once you get it inserted in there, you rotate it 180 degrees, and that locks it in place. So there's no other way to do this with the way this lock is designed. So I've designed this here special tip, and these are the ones I'm selling on eBay in the kits that are supplied for the left door. What we're doing now is we're going to slide the cable terminal end onto the cable. Make sure that it's inserted all the way up in there. Insert this into the door latch and get a pair of pliers. And what we'll do now is rotate this in here, and that will lock it in place. So that's the tip installed on the latch end of the left cargo door latch. What we have here is the cargo door, left side door, with both cable ends installed and the specially designed end locked into the door latch. And procedure now is to reinstall everything back in the door, and we'll be up and ready to go. The next step would be to reinstall the door latch back in the door. So you're going to just hitch the cable down through the door frame, install the screws, take your number 27 Torx bit and tighten the screws. The next step would be to reattach the cable to the door handle. So you merely take the end of the cable, insert it into the door handle, and then you've got to come around to this side of the door and insert the end of the cable into the socket of the door handle. Now you merely pull back on the cable housing gently and slide the clip back in place. The next step is to reinstall the door panel. You'll notice these here tabs on the back of the door panel. They have to just align with the holes in the door. And you align the panel with the holes in the door. And slide it down into position. The The next step is to reinstall the door pull handle. Just line those, put the handle in place, and reinstall the 2 Phillips screws. Reinstall the little blackout plugs that go into the door handle. And now we have to install the window frame. You'll notice the tabs on the sides of the frame and these 2 on the bottom. They have to be in position. So be careful and install those. Line them up. And merely, you can take the palm of your hand and hit the door panel, hit the window frame, and we're all finished. Alright, when we're all finished with the job, we can close the door and see how the handle operates with the new cable ends installed. I manufacture and sell these kits on eBay. If you're interested in repairing your own car doors or van doors, shop my site at KlammAuto on eBay. KlammAuto.